I like it better without Strickland's name in there. I don't know what it is. It's just automatically a better show.
If I was dating somebody and I walked into their bathroom and I
Mm.
opened their
Mm-hmm.
bathroom mirror, as I
Mm-hmm.
would definitely do,
Yes, of course.
and
We
I
all
saw
do.
all of those skincare products,
Right, right. I'm with you. I'm with you.
I would say, you know what, this was lovely. And I
Good
think
day.
I'm gonna have to just go now.
Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed Strickland. Prepare to celebrate. Most days, they take their meds. This is not one of those days. Welcome to Fuckery with the Nice Guys. No interviews, no business content. Just your two favorite slack-jawed mouth breathers ranting about whatever. Now, strap yourselves in for Nice Guys Fuckery with the kings of fuckery, Doug Sandler and
Emily Aborn.
Okay, we are now officially recording. Yeah, Emily, if I'm gonna get the small talk, I'm gonna get it on the air. I'm not gonna waste my time and your time so that we're not recording it. I want to record every nugget of information.
I noticed you were, I would say you were Doug late.
What?
I mean, on time is Doug late.
Okay. Well, you have now that everybody already knows ahead of time that I have a very formal relationship with my calendar and time. How explain that? What would that mean, Doug? What is Doug late?
I think Doug usually would have opened up the Zoom room at 6:58, 6:59. I mean, we're talking Eastern time, and
Yeah.
it was 7. So
Well, that was on time though. It was
it,
I
it
can't be
was
held
on
accountable.
it was on time, but it was Doug late.
Well, to know, well, okay, so Strickland, if you're listening to this, and you're probably not listening to this, know that I was absolutely on time. I was not a minute late. I may have been Doug late, but I was coming directly from another appointment. I didn't even get up to
Okay.
pee. So you've
Fair
got
enough.
literally, you've got me for about an hour and a half. So,
Okay.
uh, so I'm not even going to feel rushed. I'm just going to allow the bladder just to release right where it is.
You don't have like bottles over there, just in case of an
No.
emergency or
Oh my
something.
God. So I used to work in New Jersey when I was just got out of college in 1902, I think it was. In 1986, I got out of college. I moved to New Jersey, and one of the early jobs that I had, I was commuting from central New Jersey to northern New Jersey, which it was only about, I'd say about 70 miles, which is a long commute, but it was only about 70 miles, but it was about an hour and 45 minutes. And
No,
and there would be time. I know, right? I can't believe I actually did that in my
not
life.
not for me.
Yeah, it's not for me anymore either. I mean, I did that for a couple of years and then I'm like, fuck that. But I had pee bottles in the car. You're on the New Jersey Turnpike. You don't have a freaking exit for like sometimes 10 or 11 miles. And
Okay.
and in traffic, that's not good. So I went in a bottle several times, not every day, but it was a several occurrence, enough for me to carry a bottle if I needed to use it.
This is where women have the disadvantage, but they
Totally.
they've made these things. Oh God, I can't even remember the name of them, but they're like these like cones that women can use
Jeez.
to be able to pee in bottles, pee on in roadside areas that are more public.
Is
Fascinating.
it like a funnel? I mean, what is
Yes,
it? It's like
yes, it
I
is a
can't even
funnel.
logistically, I don't even know how that would work.
It feels like a
You're
lot. It feels like a lot. You know what? Honestly, I would just go on the side of the road. I'd be okay with that.
You just pop a squat on the side of the road, like open their passenger door
Depending
so
on
that
the
you're
level of
blocking the right.
Yeah, depending on the level of urgency. But I walk with these ladies every week, every Thursday. And I think
Pull off to the side of the road.
every single week, I think one of them has to stop and pee along the side of like along the walk. I'm just like,
Like
you can't hold it 1 hour, ladies.
seriously, that is someone, look, as I'm approaching 60 years old, I understand that there's prostate issues and guys got to go, but I mean, like, it's very rare that I mean, I don't know. I've never peed in my pants. So it's like, I've made it everywhere I've needed to go. I've made it there.
I don't think I have either. Oh, I did when I was 20.
Uh,
When I was 21, I
I
peed.
I did
Yeah.
I did when I was younger. I remember when I was in junior high school. So how old are you in junior high school? You're probably let's see.
I
That
d-
was junior high is like middle school. So is that like 12, 13?
I don't recall. I didn't go to school until I was
Oh,
14.
that's
So
right. That's right. Oh, I forgot. I forgot Miss Homeschool. So I was I used to get a lot of fear for going into the bathrooms because our school, the older kids, they'd smoke in the bathrooms, and I always felt like I was going to be bullied. So I didn't go into the bathroom. So and I was a walker. I was not a bus rider. Thank God I wasn't a bus rider because I would have
Oh my
peed my pants in a bus. So I went. I couldn't make it home. I probably was 12 or 13 years old. I couldn't make it home, and I just had to let it go.
That is sad.
Yeah, I feel bad. I feel bad. I feel sorry for myself as a child. Why the hell couldn't I hold my pee?
Okay, one more funny pee story.
All right, go
I
ahead.
mean, I have more, but one more. When I was like really little, like 5, 6,
Mm,
I was potty trained and all that stuff, but I would get together with the neighbor kids and I would be having so much fun and I didn't want to like take a break from having fun.
yeah.
So instead of go in and use the restroom and then come back out and continue having fun, no, I would lay on the grass, roll around and be like, I have to pee, but I wouldn't like take the next step to go into the house and then I would pee my pants. So I was like peeing my pants like late in life, like 6, 7, Yeah.
For those of you that have tuned to the bedwetting special of the
Yeah,
Guys on Business
seriously.
podcast, how did we get down this topic already? How did we get there?
God, it's a problem.
Well, if
We
you're
were talking
listening
about the
in,
bottles.
yes, yeah, I don't even remember why I was talking about the bottles. It's
Because you
fine.
said you had 90 minutes for your bladder.
Right. I probably have longer than that, but it's okay. So for those in our community, welcome back. Welcome back. My name is Doug Sandler. On this side of the microphone, on that side of the microphone is not Strickland Bonner.
It's
As you
true. I'm not
probably-
Strickland Bonner.
You probably recognize her voice from the voicemails that she has left. This is Emily Aborn. Emily, welcome back to the Nice Guys.
Hello. I'm so excited to be here.
This is good. And we
That
actually
sounded
had,
like robotic, but I meant every word.
she is. She's very happy. She's very happy to be here. We have a couple of things that we definitely want to take care of today. One of them is going to be, I know that we are talking about the Tej Hanley. Is that how you say it? I had to write it down. I had to phonetically spell it.
Yeah. So this is my first question. How do we say it?
I think it's Tej.
Oh, see, I thought Tiege. Like
I
I
think
thought it
it's-
was like more of like a French
You know,
name.
especially because they're hopefully going to be a sponsor of the Nice Guys on Business. Of course, it could all hinge on how we review their products today. So if we really put them in the crapper, then we're not probably going to get the sponsorship. But you know what? Fuck it. That's okay. I want to give an honest assessment of what we have seen and felt and know about the products. If you have no idea what we're talking about, we'll get there in just a few moments. But I believe so. I went onto YouTube and watched listened to the founder pronounce the products, and I think he said it's Tej Hanley.
Okay, great. So we've got that cleared up.
So we do have that cleared up. So we're going to do a little product review today, and I want to talk about also. Should we announce the topics as we go, or should I tell you ahead of time what we want to talk about?
Ooh, like a little previewing. That's good for keeping the curiosity of folks. So maybe we should give them a little preview of what's to come.
Okay, that's good. All
Yeah,
right, so
yeah.
we're going to do some skincare products today. Of course, we got to talk about Sally, the newest female member of the Nice Guy
Yes.
community, who is a frequent caller. Unfortunately, I have no idea how voicemail things work, so we won't be doing any voicemails today. So if you did leave a voicemail last week, I'm sorry. I think we do have a freshness date of 10 days on the voicemails, so they won't be like moldy by the time we get there, although we already know Emily's kind of hesitation with leftovers. So we know that. So I tied in a past episode. Do you like that?
Good job. It's like you didn't forget what you talked about in
Sometimes
a recent
I don't.
episode. Yeah.
Sometimes I don't. I think when Strickland gets in front of me, I come down with a bad case of dumb. I don't know why. I don't know why.
No,
if it's-
I know why. You too.
Oh.
I mean, you just move fast, and I
do.
think, yeah.
we really do.
I have a couple topics to add.
Oh, so I won't talk about any of mine. It's all
No,
right.
we can. I think we
Oh,
can
we're just
cover them all.
we're gonna popcorn. We're gonna go back and forth.
I have a question about the Nice Guys community, and don't answer it now, but because
Yeah.
I want to keep them on the edge of their seat.
mhm,
But which
mhm.
one came first, the community or the show? And I want to know like how that all
Very
happened.
good. I like that.
And then my other, oh my God, we have to talk about Baby Reindeer and The Gentleman.
Yeah. Okay. I want to talk about both of those. I just finished the baby reindeer. I finished that series, and Gentleman, the same thing. Finished that series too. But yeah, we'll absolutely talk about those. I don't even
And-
know why anybody you're too nice a person to watch Baby Reindeer. I don't know how.
Oh, well, I have one more episode left. I've been opening up to some new genres, and it's been really actually quite lovely. Like we just watched a show called Prison Unlocked, where they take all the prisoners and let them, like, instead of having 23 hours in lockdown and 1 hour out, they let them have full access. Yeah, it's fascinating.
Yeah, I watched one episode of that. I don't know. We'll talk about that too. What else is on your list over there?
I mean, there's a ton more. So let's just start there, and then
okay,
we'll build.
All right, we're gonna go. Okay, do you want to go? You want to go into the skincare products first, or do you?
Yeah, we should start with skincare.
Okay, so let me tell you the background behind this, just so everybody in our community knows what we're even talking about. So I had a representative from Tej Hanley reach out to me saying that they wanted to put their CEO onto the interview shows, the Monday episode of Nice Guys on Business. And you know me, always looking for opportunity. I thought, okay, here's a product that we probably could really get behind. So why don't we? Can you send me a couple of samples of them? Oh, can you send me a sample, my co-host a sample, and could you send a frequent listener a sample of the products too? So I didn't have anybody particularly in mind. I thought it was going to be a guy. And then I think you were like my next point of contact. And I'm like, hey, maybe Emily wants to see if Jason would be interested in trying this stuff out. So I made the deal with them. They sent us all products. We all got them a few days later. And it's been about probably 45 days, I think, or so since we've had the products.
That long?
I think so. No?
Okay, now that you're saying this, I mean, we were just having this conversation. Like, I have no idea how it's May 1st. I don't know. I don't understand. But I believe you. If you say it's been 45 days, I believe you.
Maybe it's less.
I don't like it.
I don't think it's less than I don't think it's less than a month. I mean, I think I started taking the Tej Hanley products about the same time that I started taking this product. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Dr. Schultzer's.
Dr. Schultz.
Oh, Dr. Schultz.
You know, as I approach 60, you know, it's one of the things that happens is you just you have to wake up more often to go to there, come back to the pee thing.
Oh,
you know,
my God.
Wake up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. And I'm like, why am I going to the bathroom? Not like many times, but once and sometimes twice at night. And I'm like,
very
I don't want that.
disruptive.
So it is very disruptive. So I checked out some of the different formulas that different companies have. And this company, Dr. Schultz, got some pretty good reviews. So I should hit them up for sponsorship too.
Yeah, really. What do they have for the ladies? Okay. Yes. So my first thing is I didn't actually, when I tossed my name in the hat originally, I didn't know that it was for men. Like I just was like, ooh,
right. That's right.
Skincare
That's
products.
Right.
So we get them, and Jason basically has his strict regimen of bar soap and some big gigantic bottle of cocoa butter, and that's like that's it.
Not shea butter, it's cocoa butter.
No, it's just cocoa butter.
Cocoa butter and bar soap. Okay, so he's an Irish Spring and bar soap kind of. I mean, Irish Spring and cocoa butter kind of guy.
I think it's Dial, but yes.
Wow.
And he won't stray from that. So we get these things, and I'm like, I want you to try these so we can do the review.
Oh,
he's like, no, I have to stick to what I'm doing. So I've taken it upon myself.
Oh,
despite having. I would say I have sensitive skin, but it's not like super sensitive.
Oh, so hold on. So we go off the book. So we actually have a woman. It could be the first in Tej Hanley history to actually try their products.
But I think that's good because men with sensitive skin or people with sensitive skin would have somebody kind of representing them. Not that men with sensitive skin.
Good. So this is uncomplicated skincare. So that's the first thing that I noticed when I got the box. So I'm looking at the products that I have. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 products in the box. Okay.
It was a little complicated.
That's the first thing I thought too. It was like, hold on. Maybe they're not complex products, but it's not an uncomplicated process. Okay.
It's not complex. It's complicated.
Right.
I feel like I would have to be spending like all day. Like, okay, now it's time for the PM cream. Now it's time for the AM cream. Now my eyes need something. Now the serum.
And really, so, what determines AM versus PM? Is it afternoon? Or is it 5 PM? Or is it just like going to bed, bedtime? Like, okay, all right. But they all in all, So the box arrives, and I enjoy getting a box of product. I liked it. So I open. I'm curious, are these the full size, or are these like little samples of each one? That would be one of
Same
my questions.
question.
Oh,
Because
nice.
if I were to order that scrub, which I actually really liked the scrub,
Got that
I
right
would
here.
want a bigger bottle.
Seems like you would want a bigger one. This is 0.75 fluid ounces, and it says 2x per week facial exfoliating scrub. You're right. How long would this last? Or maybe because it's a subscription service, maybe they only want to have small
Good
amounts that are
point.
sent to you. So it's
I'm a
not like
3x exfoliator. I had to go 3x. I like to exfoliate.
3x a week.
Yes.
You know what? This is the only product in the entire box that I have not used.
Oh, Doug, it's amazing. That's
I
my favorite.
I feel like I'm not this is an indication of this product because I haven't used this product, but I always feel like when I'm exfoliating or putting the scrub on my face, it's like I'm using sandpaper on my face, and my face feels raw at the end of that. I know there's other products that will help alleviate the raw, but I have a challenge with raw face. RFS, raw face
I
syndrome.
don't think raw face is healthy. I don't think you want raw face.
I'm pretty sure you're right about that. So what is the feeling after? Is this the first product that you would use is scrub?
Yeah, I like a good scrub, but I like exfoliation a lot. So that was a favorite. The pad things,
Yeah.
we can't use those. They really burned.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm
Using.
sorry. There were 7 products in the box because I had the pads. I forgot. I wasn't including this as a product. This burns.
Painful.
I use this. I didn't think it was painful. Now I can tell you where it would be painful. This would be pain. This would be painful
I can
if you scrubbed first and then use this. I could see that would be painful.
That was not the situation though. I just did that first. Like I actually
Really?
tried that very first because I think I got the box. I was getting ready for bed. And so I was like, ooh, I'll do this before I go to bed. It did definitely burn my skin.
Did it burn skin as in eyelid skin, which is more sensitive than like forehead
All
or cheek? It burned all skin. I didn't get I used this. I did not get the feeling like this was
interesting.
I'm for this product. I was for this.
Okay.
But what I would say is
I'll trade you your scrub.
scrub. I'll give you the scrub. You send me those. It comes in a little container, and there's probably, I don't know how many are in here. It's 30 pads. Oh, you know what? I bet this is a month. I bet this
Oh
whole
yeah.
thing is a month. I bet the whole
Yeah.
thing is a month. Okay, so it comes in a little thing. It's 30 pads, and the pads look like little tiny gauze rounds. And with me, because I have a beard, I was afraid it was going to get caught in the beard. But actually, it's a well-made little gauze thing, and it didn't like fray. And I actually like this. I always want there to be like a massive amount of dirt on the pad when I'm done because I feel like it's doing its job. But there wasn't a lot of dirt, which either means my face isn't dirty or they don't do a good job.
Probably your face isn't super dirty, I would
Yeah.
imagine. Yeah.
Pore cleansing and oil removing. I guess in your case, it's probably just like acid. Acid.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I have dry skin or something. I mean, I
All
do
right.
live
Well,
in New
maybe this
Hampshire.
is the difference between men and women too.
Yeah. Good
Okay.
point. Oh,
All right. So let's move on from the glycolic pads, which I like. So I'm going to give this a thumbs up, and Emily gives this a thumbs down, which is again totally being honest, and that's good. So all right, what's the next product that you tried?
okay. So the serum.
Yep, the super
No,
serum.
no,
I
no,
got that
no.
right. No.
Okay, that's fine. I don't really have any thoughts either way on that. But the eye thing, the eye
Okay.
cream
Eyes right there.
didn't pump. It just won't pump.
Huh. Okay. I didn't have any problem with the pump. Did what?
I promise.
No, I didn't have
cannot get
any.
the
I
pump.
had no problem with the pump. The pump was actually very similar to the one that was on the serum. It's the same exact bottle, but it's just a different product in it. What I like best about it, I do prefer a different product for eyes than for my cheeks or my face.
I agree.
Okay, so I guess it's a slightly gentler cream.
Yeah. I mean, it's supposed to go like right under here, I think, and help with those bags, So
Okay, so Emily gives this one did
I-
not finish a
I
DNF.
just, yeah, I couldn't use it.
All right, I use it. There's probably a way that you could that you could probably bust open this thing.
I
and
think
just-
I'm gonna try. I'm good at that. I will do that for packages that don't.
All right. Well,
open.
I am giving so far. Emily has not been overly impressed with the two things so far, but I've given both of these. Both of these got thumbs up from me. The AMPM eye cream, very good. I like that, and it comes in a very small, like 0.5 ounce. So I'm assuming it's probably a 30-day supply.
But
All right, you wanna talk
everything else, yeah, everything else
super
I
serum?
like. The serum, like I said, I could go either way. It just seems like an extra step in life.
It does seem like an extra step, although I have been using for years and years and years. I was using Dr. Weil's skin toner from Origins, and I do like that because it's liquid, and this is the closest thing that's in all of these products to a liquid. So the serum is good, and I like it better than the toner that I've been using because it's called serum. I always feel like something called serum is much more effective than something called toner, and I'm going to give this one a thumbs up too. Did you like this one? Thumbs up?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So serum really is supposed to like help moisturizer like get into your skin a little bit better. Like it helps pick your skin pick it up better. So it should give
Got it.
you like
I
a
got it.
more,
Okay.
like a more
I got it.
moisturized look.
Okay.
Dewy.
I got it.
Dewy.
I felt very dewy after using the serum. I would agree. The scrub, you gave a thumbs up to the scrub. Okay,
Love.
I have not used that one yet. Although the dispenser works, I am not a scrub guy, so I did not open that one yet. How about the wash? Did you use the wash?
Yes. Very nice and gentle.
Okay, one thing I noticed about all of these products is that there really is no fragrance to them at all.
Agreed. Except those scrubby pads.
Well,
Those
that's
smell.
more of like an alcohol acidy kind of smell.
Yeah.
But not bad. I don't mind them. It's kind of like almost like a witch hazel smell to
Yeah.
them.
I would agree.
All of the other products, really uncomplicated when it comes to probably ingredients and also fragrance, none. I don't mind a teeny little bit of fragrance. Like in my toner, Dr. Weil's and my Origin skincare products have a little bit of a citrusy, orangey kind of smell. I don't mind that. I don't want anything too perfumey. I'm not looking for anything that's like musky or at all. But a good fresh scent, that for me is okay. But I don't take anything away from these products because they have no scent. I'd rather have no scent than perfumey scent.
I bet also in Dr. Weil's product, he had like that orange probably plays a role in whatever it's doing,
Probably. It's the men's line from Origins that I've been using. And then we get down to the other two products, and there's got to be a way to make these one instead of two products. I know the AM and PM nighttime facial moisturizer as opposed to the daytime facial moisturizer. I know the difference is the SPF in the daytime, but I don't know. I'm trying to how do I get from these 7 products down to 3? That's really what I want. I mean, ultimately, I want to get down to 3 products.
Well, I even think that the scrub could be diluted a little bit and put in with the regular face wash, and then you could do it every day. Because I have scrubs that are less concentrated than those, and I can do them every day.
Okay, so we take the wash and the scrub and we put them in one. That becomes one product. Then we take the AM and the PM and we make them into one product. Now the question is, how do we get the Bernie pads? Bernie pads super serum in the eyes. Well, you know what? You really could take the eye thing too, and you could take the AM and PM and include the eyes in that. Just make it a little bit lighter for the AM and the PM creams.
Yeah, but I do like I think their creams are a little like thick they're thicker than the eye cream, and it's nice.
Okay. All right.
Skin needs moisture. I mean, especially we don't get enough moisture in our skin. That is a fact.
Well, and we probably don't get any SPF in anything that we do. So maybe there could be even at the PM. The challenge with the AM being put on in the PM is that the AM has a little bit more thickness to it because of the SPF factor that it's got in it.
I'll say this. If I was dating somebody and I walked into their bathroom and I opened their bathroom mirror, as I would definitely do.
Yes, of course.
And I saw all of those skincare products.
Right. I'm with you.
I would say, you know what? This was lovely. And I think I'm going to have to just go now.
All right. So if you saw 7 products in his closet or in his cabinet then you would probably this wouldn't be the guy for you. A little too metrosexual.
I mean, it's
for you.
more than I use, like I use like 3 things. That's it.
Yeah, I use a toner, I use cream, and then I use a what the hell do I use? Toner, cream, and one other. I'm just blanking on what the third thing is. That it needs to be uncomplicated. You can't give me 7 products and call that uncomplicated. Now, if they were just sending me these 7 products as a sampling of everything that they have and say, hey, once a month, you're going to get these 3 products, or you get to choose the 3 products that you want, maybe I would understand. I would probably feel fulfilled if that was but I feel like if I'm buying the subscription and this is what's included in the subscription, I might be overbuying.
Yeah, I would imagine.
And losing dates also in the process.
I would imagine it's the former. It's got to be. You got to pick what you put in your subscription box. Because what if I didn't want the burn pads?
That's true.
I'd have like a lifetime supply of burn pads by the end of it, and what am I supposed to do with those?
There's actually a couple. I think there's at least one other product that's pictured on the box, on the inner lid of the box, that I'm like, I wanted that product. Why isn't that would have been 8.
What was it?
I'll tell you what it was. It was the retinol stick. I don't know. You got the box.
Damn, I want a retinol stick.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I wanted the retinol stick, and check out our innovative retinol stick. Look sharp and feel confident. It's like
that's like everything I want in life.
I know. I'm with you. The thing that I guess I would call this the fries my fritters in the titles is it's called uncomplicated skincare for men. And again, I'm gonna push back to the CEO when he comes on the show. I'm like, unless you're appealing to a metrosexual market that really cares. And I thought I was a guy that cared about skincare. I mean, I'm definitely not a cocoa butter and bar soap guy. I think I'm next level. Not that that's better or worse. I'm just at a different level, a next level, under level, whatever you want to call it. I need something that's controllable in a smaller. I can't have these 7 products on my countertop. I have a very limited amount of space.
Maybe, in fairness, maybe the uncomplicated was referring to the ingredients. And in that case, it's a success and it's a great slogan. It is a great slogan from a copywriting perspective.
It would get me to buy.
Yeah.
But once I saw what I
you'd be like, this is false advertising.
Well, the first thing that I came to mind was, and again, I'm not speaking out of school here. I'm going to say this to the guy when he's sitting in the guest seat, but I'm like, I want to challenge you. This is not uncomplicated. Now, or maybe I should start it with, tell me what your definition of uncomplicated is.
That's what you need to do. Yeah.
I got a backdoor. I got a gotcha journalism hint.
So overall, 1 out of 10, what do you give it?
I would give it an 8+.
Same, 8. I say 8. Solid 8.
Well, yeah, because I didn't have the same experience with the burn pads as you did.
Oh yeah, I'm only at 7.5, maybe. No, because I had some other things that I liked better than you.
All right. Well, I very much appreciated Jason doing this.
Yeah, his pleasure.
What happened? What happened to Jason?
I can't control this man. I tell you what.
How long have you guys been married?
Since 2015.
Okay, so how many years? That's 8 years.
Yes,
9 years, almost.
But we've been together since 2012.
I got it. Okay,
so we've been on this journey a while.
Okay, been on the journey a long time. I understand. Well, I appreciate you participating. Thank you for volunteering. Thank you for Tej Handley for giving us the opportunity to review your products. I hope that we haven't said anything offensive, and if we did, I guess you're not going to be a sponsor, and that is okay too.
No, I think I get the impression they have a good sense of humor and that they probably are over there busting up at this.
I really wanted the Dollar Shave Club. I remember when that was like the perfect fit for us, and we were so close. We made these great commercials for the Dollar Shave Club. We even sang the Dollar Shave Club blues. This was before you were a Funkin' fan, Emily.
Dollar Shave Club, we were like originals. I think they made either they made a woman's razor or I just used a man's
Maybe
razor.
So.
But we were like the original subscribers to that, like when it first started.
Wow.
That was great. I forget why we stopped. I don't know. Doesn't
All right,
matter.
let's go on to a topic that
Yeah.
you have on your list.
Okay, I do want to know which came first, the community or the show. And yeah, start there.
Okay, I'm 99.9% sure that the community did not happen until well after the start of the show. We had one of our guests, Dan Hill, I think is his name. He was in England. And Dan, if you're still a listener to the show, we'd love to hear back from you. Dan said, I think he helped us. I think he put it all together. Like we had no freaking clue how to make a Facebook group. This was, I don't know. Does it tell you on the group how long the group has been around?
Yes. Should we go look?
Oh, yeah. Good. Please tell me, how long has
Okay.
the group been around? I'm
Talk
very curious
talks
about
amongst
that.
yourselves.
Yeah. So Dan was the original mayor of the Facebook group before Tennessee Tim Hill took over as the mayor. And then we had the proliferation of the Funkin' Fan group all came out of the woodwork. I'd say that we have probably I don't know, 400 or so members in the Facebook group, but I only think a couple handfuls of the people are active. But there's a lot of Facebook stalkers that are out there, that kind of look but don't comment. I know that there's those people in the world.
Does 2018 sound
Yeah.
right? Or okay.
Could be right.
I mean, you may have just changed your
No,
profile picture then, but-
that could be right. 2018 was I don't know that we've ever changed the picture.
yeah,
don't
I was
know.
like, you don't have any other pictures on that
Yeah,
banner, so
I
that
don't
must
think
be
we've
the
ever
first
changed
one.
it. So 2018. So we started the show in March of 2015. So we were around 3 years before that. That was actually prior to us ever making any money from the show. So we were poor and didn't have a big budget for anything, as opposed to now that we are poor and don't have a big budget for anything.
I was thinking about the community, and I think two things
Yeah.
make the show especially great, which is why I think we keep tuning in on Friday mornings, even though we have no idea why, really. I think the listener interaction, like with the voicemails, is awesome.
I
But
do
then
too.
we also can like talk about the episodes in the Facebook group and talk to each other as listeners. And Jared will like call attention to somebody else, and Erica will bring up somebody else's name, and I will bring up Sally's name. So it's kind of like this little, I don't know. It's like you're building a web.
I agree with you. I think that our biggest challenge as a business is there anything there? And the answer has always been, well, we don't really care. Not that we don't care about the community. We love you guys. Everybody that tunes in, we appreciate you tuning in as often as you do, and commenting and voicemailing and Facebook grouping and all of that stuff. We don't know what you want. We have no idea. We have no call to action. We never do anything. It's just the joke. It's the running joke. We're like the shoemaker's kids. Like, okay, we own a freaking podcast production company. We have 50, 60, 70 clients that we produce thousands of episodes, every month, or every whatever, hundreds of episodes every month. Wouldn't you figure we would know like how to create content and create a irresistible offer or something like that? We don't have any of that.
Well, that's what your Monday episodes are for.
Yeah.
I mean, you use those strategic. I mean, not
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
blow your cover, but
No, there's no cover to be blown. We we pre-qualify people to sit them in the guest seat so that we can share with them what we do as our magic. And we will even tell those guests, we're doing this to you right now. And they'll be like, cool, I want more of this. Can you, launch a podcast and help me do this? I'm like, this is why you're here. You realize this, right? We're doing this to you right now. Doesn't matter. And we can give away our secret sauce. It's telling everybody the secret. Like, I could show you the magic trick. I'm like showing you, I could literally do it all right in front of you. But unless you know the process and the steps and the system that's involved in doing the magic, you are not going to do it.
yeah.
So,
No, I had this conversation today.
Right.
I gave somebody the farm, and I was like, well, it's fine. They're not going to be able to take care of the animals.
Totally right. We could give away, we have a DIY program that we literally could give away. And people would say, I'm like, well, why would you want to give that away? You could sell that for $2,500. And we've sold it for big dollars. But it's like, okay, well, I could give it away, but they're still not going to do it. They still need, it's almost like, I don't want to say this because I don't want to be demeaning or laughing at anybody, but it's almost like, I know you're not going to do this right, so you may as well let me do it for you from the beginning. But people don't want to hear that. They want to do their own thing.
Yeah, I think people are less ambitious than they think that they are.
I
Or let me say
100%
this.
agree.
They're less consistently ambitious. So like where you guys offer that consistency, like we're going to show up week after week after week after week, they might get a little sick of doing that task.
You know what's, and I think you know the answer to this question, so I'm not going to ask you to, I'm not going to put you on the spot by asking you to answer it, but I'll ask the question anyway. Do you know what the most difficult part of podcasting is?
Editing.
Okay. And most people would say editing, or they would say it's writing the show notes, or most people would say making money from it. And I would say, fuck any of that. The most difficult thing in podcasting is just showing up every week to have a podcast come out. I mean, Emily, we've been doing this for 10 fucking years. How long have you been doing your podcast? How many years have you been doing it?
I'm 6 years in and I feel great about that, but I never find it hard to show up.
No, I never find it hard to show up either. And for me, it's like, that's why you're successful at it. That's why we are successful at it. And success doesn't necessarily come in the form of, oh, well, you've done 1,500 episodes, so of course you make X amount of dollars and are successful at it. It's not, there's no correlation between that. It's, I consistently show up every week with a positive attitude, with topics and information and a little bit of humor thrown in there, and great people like you that are, committed to the community, that want to tune in, and we listen to the people, all of that stuff. It's like, if you don't show up consistently, people don't know when to tune in and people are going to tune out.
If there's a podcaster I follow that I just feel like they're a little too inconsistent for my liking, I will unfollow. And I don't mean it. It's just, I like my feed to be like my inbox. It needs to be like 0 by the end of the weekend,
I'm with you.
So if there's a whole bunch of people that are like inconsistent, they don't get to keep,
it's when the daily comes out on a Monday and they say it's Tuesday. I'm like, don't tell me that. It got me so mad that day. And I know I wasn't being generous when I emailed Michael and I said, boy, you guys got to get the day right. You've got to get the day right. If you can't get the day right, then what are you doing? You're the fucking New York Times. You can't miss the day. And he's like,
do they batch record?
I don't fucking know. I have no idea. Maybe they do, but they have a show every day. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe they do. But when the show comes out on a Monday and they say it's Tuesday, didn't anybody call in and didn't anybody on the editing team hear that?
I know. Plus, we're all already confused enough about what day it is. Like, I never know. So
agreed.
Oh dear. Okay. See, now this is open. We don't want that.
So that's the answer to the question. The Nice Guy community has been around since 2018. I did not know that. Thank you for sharing that with me.
Okay, that's interesting.
My topic time? Is it time for me?
Yes. Yeah,
okay.
Go.
You might be totally into this, and this might be something that you have no idea. And this is from the category of I have no idea, but I'm wanting to talk about it anyway. The ban on TikTok. Do you have any idea what this is all about?
Well, I have thoughts on TikTok, but I can't remember the details of the ban. So fill me in, and then I'll have thoughts.
All right. So TikTok is owned by a Chinese company.
Yes.
And they have like 180 or 170 million users in the United States. And I think that someone in Congress or someone along the way got the idea that there is probably some sort of security issue with information, or that they could manipulate the content of TikTok to persuade or sway an election or any type of opinion by the U.S. citizens. So they are trying as hard as they can to ban the app TikTok. Now, I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm happy to take the counterpoint. If you take one of the sides, I will take the other side.
Okay. I think I was going to say, well, isn't that the case just with all social media, that it could be doing that, like swaying our thoughts one way or the other?
It is true, but is it okay if somebody that is a Republican that owns a company that has an app try to put the content slanted towards Republicans? Right. It's the same idea, but you're right. I think it's more a national security issue than it is a propaganda issue. Maybe I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think you're right. Okay. So the frustrating thing is that there are so many like independent content creators on TikTok, and now some of them have built up like that's what's been successful for them as like quote unquote influencers.
Yep.
So now you're shutting down their voices, which is like, is there my question would be like, is there another way to accomplish the same goal of not having whatever somebody else influence
you know
us?
what? I do. And it actually has a name. It's called Instagram. It's like, okay, because I think what's going to happen is I agree with you. There are so many influencers that are out there that are making their living, and not just making a living, but making a killing. And there are so many content creators that have found fame and recognition through the TikTok platform. How will they feel about having to move to how easy is it? Do they have to start over again? Can they just lift up their entire community and go over to Instagram? Do most TikTokers also have Instagram channels? Not for such a situation that might occur, but do they have them because there's such a fine line between the content? I've never even gone on the app. I don't even have the app on my phone.
I have a friend who sends me TikToks all the time, and I'm like, I don't have the app. Like, stop. So I have to I do watch them, and then I'm just like, why am I doing this? I should just tell her, I don't want you to send me TikToks.
Don't send me anything, or just ignore it.
I'm not into it. I just don't really like video content that much. It's harder for me to follow, and it doesn't hold my attention. So for me, Reels and TikTok and YouTube shorts have never really been my thing.
Okay.
Like if I use YouTube, I put it in my pocket with YouTube playing like it's a podcast. I just don't. Listen. Yeah, video's just not really for me.
Are you have earbuds in right now?
I do.
Okay, and with the earbuds, you're not hearing you through your earbuds. You're just hearing me, correct?
No, am I wicked loud?
No. You're perfect. It wasn't. Oh. No. Don't change anything. Everything that you're doing is fine. it was more just a question of mine when you said you put it in your pocket and you listen, and I'm like, oh, you have earbuds on, and you're using your what's that called? The microphone, the 1100 Audio Technica.
This is a Samsung Q2U.
Okay, so the challenge that I've always had doing in the way that you're doing it is that you're not hearing you. You're only hearing me. And it feels like I feel like I'm muted. If I couldn't hear me talking to you, I would feel like I'm like deaf.
Well, that's why I asked if I was shouting.
No, you're not shouting. Okay. Everything was good. I only ask you that because my earbuds are plugged into my microphone, so I can hear everything because I like the sound of my voice.
No,
and you might not have liked the sound of your. Sorry, I didn't mean to get off track there. So, okay, so you're ambivalent to whether it stays or goes.
I mean, I feel like shutting down people's voices and free speech is wrong, but I also understand the perspective of if this really is a security issue, or it's not, if there's no controls in place, then that's a problem.
Well,
and we never should have allowed that in the first place.
Well, it's hard to say when something is growing where it's going to grow to. But, let's say that China had a relationship with Russia, and Russia is totally pro-Palestine and anti-Israel for whatever reason. And I'm just throwing subject matter here. It might not even be accurate. Surprise. If on TikTok they said, well, wait a minute, based upon the algorithm, we only want to show pro-Palestinian messaging and anti-Israel messaging. We're not going to be anti-Semitic, but we're going to show anti-Israel, pro-Palestinian content. Then when they show that content to 170 million people, it's obviously going to, I know everybody has the right to formulate their own opinion, but come on. Those that see the message most blatantly or those messages that are shown most blatantly are the ones that are probably going to get the most attention. And you're always going to have this fray of the public that is going to agree with you. I mean, vehemently agree with you. And it's hard. You're going to get, I think there's some potential violence issues that could result as a result of it, even if it has nothing to do with them stealing U.S. information and using it for whatever purposes that China wants to use it for. It's more swaying the opinion of the people that are watching TikTok.
I worry about this all the time with social media, just in general. Like, you're not seeing accurate reality. You're seeing what the algorithm is feeding you. You're seeing what is most commonly watched, like what other people are most into. Um, and so I really think, like, first of all, people that get their news solely from social media, you need to find multiple sources.
I think Strickland said that he gets a lot of news. Was it Strickland? He said gets a lot of news from X, from Twitter. Like, he looks at his Twitter feed every day. Now, I subscribed recently to that 1440 that he was telling me about, and that actually is pretty good. It's as unbiased, I guess, as the news could be. It just seems like it's just the facts, but who even
Twitter
knows?
seems like a more viable, actually, because you're getting like a lot of different opinions. Like
Algorithm.
but I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how all of the algorithms work. I just feel like that one would be, if I had to guess, that one would be better. But you have to get news from different sources, and then like also think for yourself. And I don't think we do that enough.
No, we like to be told what to think.
Yeah, for real.
I agree with that. I agree. I do like to be told what to think also. Now I have my own slant on it. Like, why do I listen to the Daily as opposed to listening to, the Fox News podcast or the Fox News Roundup or whatever it's because I start already slightly left of center. So I'm going to look for things that are more left of center or at the same left of center than I am. I'm not going to be looking for things that are more conservatively focused, although I try to be open, but you know what? My goddamn feed shows me all the wrong shit. Makes it hard to value my opinion.
Your brain loves confirmation bias because it just makes its job so much easier.
So much easier.
Yeah.
So much easier. All right. What else you got on that list over there?
Okay. So The Gentleman and Baby Reindeer.
All right. Which way do you want to go first? Because, man, they are totally different shows.
We have one more episode of Baby Reindeer, which we're probably going to finish on Friday night.
The nice thing about it is with Baby Reindeer, there's no spoiler alerts. What you see is really what you get. I don't think that you're going to reach any resolution that you haven't already come to the conclusion of watching the show, Emily, unless you're expecting something to be there, and maybe I just spoiled it for you.
No, I'm expecting an end point, but maybe that's not going to happen. I can't believe that that's the actual guy that this happened to. And that
what?
So that actor that plays Baby Reindeer, that is actually him. He is the guy that this happened to.
I did not know that this was based upon a true story. I didn't know that.
Yes.
It's so freaky. I mean, can you imagine having a stalker?
Also, he needed to act a little more responsibly in the beginning. You got to shut that down.
Yes, he absolutely needed to shut it down until you realize.
I know.
I think where we come into the story, if you haven't watched Baby Reindeer, here's a spoiler alert. Tune out right now because I want to share a couple of things that Emily's already gotten to this point in the episodes, and I've already seen it, so I don't care if I'm spoiling it for you, except for I'm not going to spoil the last episode for Emily. So if you've tuned out, good. Don't come back. Just give us a few minutes. He experiences all that abuse in his life before he's working in the bar. So I think he comes to the table already a little bit messed up in the head.
Yeah, for sure.
So for me, I through my parents getting divorced very young, and I picked the people in my life that were going to duplicate what my father did. I have a lot of abandonment issues, and that's just the reality of who I am and the wounds that I have tried to heal through the years of going to therapy. And thank God meeting JJ, having her therapy, me and the whole thing. But for me, there's a lot of abandonment issues in my life. I can imagine that this guy, through the level of abuse that he has encountered in his life, that he wanted to feel attractive to someone else. And no matter who that person was or whatever bad, he could have looked her up up online, which he did, discovered that she was a stalker in previous engagements, gone to the police with the information that he had, gotten her in trouble, and that would have been the end of it. That would be what a normal person would have done. But
I also think he needed that like attention.
Right.
Like even with the past guy, I think he needed that, like somebody believing in him more than he believed in himself, and he also got that with Martha as well. So,
well, what's interesting too, and I think you're already here in the episodes because this was well before the last episode, his childhood there seemed to be some normalcy in his childhood, and his father had even experienced something very similar to what he had experienced too, just in a different environment. So I'm wondering where that came from. Like what was it? I'm not saying that the victim of stalking is looking to be stalked, but
Right.
what is it that kept him engaged in the stalk?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't have the answer. Well, I mean, you can watch the show and get the answer.
Watch the show. Interesting story. Now that you told me
Yeah.
that it was. So when I first saw the preview, I had no idea. I literally, like, the show is called Baby Reindeer. I'm like, well, okay, well, this seems like this will be a fun show. And I thought it was like some sort of dark comedy, but it's actually just dark. It's not
Yeah.
not a comedy at all.
We thought it was a dark comedy too. Which The Gentleman is another example. I was The Gentleman
Guy
a dark
Ritchie.
comedy? Yeah. Okay,
Guy
that is a true dark comedy.
Yeah.
That was a good show. Really
Yeah,
good. And
I
I can't
agree.
wait. I do feel they're going to come back for a season two.
I hope they do, because I really, after only, what was it, 8 episodes of the show, I think that's how many they ran in their season. I was like, oh no, this totally needs to be like a multi-season. And I don't know if this is more like a streaming thing versus a network thing, but what's the deal with 8 episodes? Can you give me 20? I mean, isn't that like a typical network is like 20, 22 episodes in a season?
Do you think that's one season, or isn't that like a shorter show? Like even Curb
Watch.
Your Enthusiasm was only like 8 or 10 episodes.
Was that a network, or was that a
HBO?
Okay, well, again, I think part of the streaming thing is they have much shorter seasons. If you look at like a season of, I don't know, The
Oh, I
Good
see what you're
Wife
saying.
or The Good
Yeah.
Life, I think they have like 20 some episodes in a season, because network, I think that's how they do it, like 6
Okay,
months
I
worth
see
of
what you're saying.
programming. I'm like, don't give me 8 episodes, or just make it a movie. Just make
Yeah.
just, you know what? Give me like a 6 hour movie.
Well, let me ask you this. Would you like, if I have a harder time for some reason watching movies than shows, even if it's the
I
same
love shows.
length?
I love shows. I love the natural break at the end of that. I'm just joking. I don't want a 6 hour movie. I'd much rather have it broken into, 12, 30-minute episodes than a 6 hour movie. But I do like that, when JJ and I would generally, well, we don't sit at our dining room table. We sit at stack tables in front of the TV and we watch our series while we're eating dinner. It's probably a horrible thing, but that's what we do. But we generally we'll have dinner, we'll watch like an episode of something. We'll finish dinner, we'll watch another episode of something. But we tend not to skip around unless we're like at the end of one show or another. We tend to watch that show and only that show
Same.
until we're done. But yeah, we do enjoy a good series. I love finding a show that is like 7 seasons. If I can find an episode of it that I really love, I'm like, yeah, I got 8 seasons of this. I know at least I have a couple of months of programming that I'm going to watch.
Programming. You sound like
That sound like I've been groomed. Programming. What should it be? Like what?
no. It actually sounded very old fashioned. That's all. Like,
Yeah, it's like when I'm watching All in the Family and Happy Days, I like a good program.
exactly. Okay. The other thing I wanted to bring up is those shisty text messages, those scammy messages.
Oh, okay. Well, we didn't really talk about the gentleman.
Oh, whoops. Sorry.
I mean, we can talk about it if you want to.
Great.
But great series. Guy Ritchie produced it.
Highly recommend.
Very Quentin Tarantino-esque. I would highly recommend it. You got to like a little bit of gore, because there is some gore in there. You've got to like dark humor. You've got to be able to follow some of it. Look, I don't know about you, but I like to have the subtitles on even when it's in English. And this was like in English, like not old English, but UK English.
Yeah, some of that show, and then also The Tourist, which was Australian accents.
Yeah,
I struggled with some of those.
Get into it. I couldn't get into it. I watched like 2 episodes of that, and I just couldn't continue watching it. Maybe I'll go back to that. What did you like about it so much?
I would say that it didn't really pick up until, which is, I hate when people say this, when they're like, keep going, it'll pick up in the 3rd or 4th episode. But it really did pick up in the 3rd or 4th episode. But then season 2 disappointed a little bit.
Oh, I hate
can't
that.
remember why. We just kept going,
They
and
phoned it in. Second season
Yeah.
phone in. That's not good. I
Yeah.
don't like that.
Yeah.
I lost interest after the blow up of the bank. I don't know what episode that was, but that was early on. That was probably episode 2 or 3. I just didn't get there.
I think I rank all the things that we watch, like so that
Oh.
I can remember to be able to recommend them to
Wow.
people. I think we gave that like a 7 out of 10. So it's
Okay.
not like, yeah.
So you're not doing Rotten Tomatoes. You just do an Emily Jason rating.
Yes.
I got it. 7 out of 10.
And we
Typical.
take the average. So like if we disagree, then we'll take the average.
So you don't even do it like ice skating where it's like 6 is the maximum. You go a typical like 1 to 10 scale and period at the end, and you just average it out. No thumbs up,
Yeah.
thumbs down. It's just a number.
I like, if you're giving, like, I wanted to be able to convert to like a 80%, 90%, 70%, like very easily. Like, so
Okay.
I don't have to think about
Well,
it. you know?
uncomplicated streaming for
Exactly,
men.
exactly.
I get it. I get it. I get it now. If you don't know what we're talking about, go back to the beginning of the episode.
You guys did talk about those spammy text messages, and I left you a voicemail saying that you should listen to a search engine episode, which was specifically about a journalist going to investigate this.
Never did that, but I'm curious. Tell me what you know.
You should know. So it's like these compounds in Cambodia and Myanmar where essentially they are keeping human beings locked up.
Okay.
Like they don't get to see the light of day. And
Okay.
they are the ones sending those text messages.
What's the point though?
Well, if you keep going long enough, they will
Yeah.
try to scam you for money, but you have to go on for a very, very long time with them and give no indication that that they are being held hostage.
Well, it's
essentially.
kind of like any system, as the perpetrator of the system, the carrier out of the system, you probably start to see the signs of somebody that is onto you, right?
Right.
So, I normally I normally just block it. Like somebody sends me a message and I usually just block it. I don't even respond. Every once in a while, I'm feeling a little feisty. I'll respond like, oh my God, I missed the meeting. I'm so sorry. I meant to be there. Or, hey, it's so good to hear from you again. I'm glad you've contacted me or something. But generally it's kind of like, do you remember, and maybe this is a long time ago when telemarketing was more prevalent than it is now. People used to call you, and when you answered the phone, they hung up. Now, I think it was just so that they see that they have an active number as opposed to a number that's dead.
Yeah.
So I don't know if these are people that are just
Are
waiting.
you sure that wasn't like people who had a crush on you who are just too scared to like take it to the next
100%
step?
sure that wasn't it, because I don't think that's ever happened, Emily. But I appreciate your vote of confidence in saying that maybe that could be that.
Because that's what I used to do. I would like call.
Really?
And be like, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Oh, so the next time that happens, I'm just going to say, is this Emily?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Emily, is that you? So have you ever taken the next step with somebody that has done this to you?
No, this guy who was doing the report, he basically took it all the way to find out like what was behind it. And so he played the game for a really long time. And then he actually went to those places, like they call them compounds. And there were just tons and tons of people being kept.
How did he know
there.
where the compound was?
I don't know. You have to listen to the episode. I knew I just like wrote down like the high level details. And then like, you're going to have to listen.
No worries at all. It's
more of them.
fascinating to me. I'm really curious. It's kind of like that guy that I remember I did get a call one time and I answered the call and of course it was this, scam call. And he was like, hey, it's, it's such and such from the IRS, you owe. I'm like, what? The IRS doesn't call. And I argued with the guy. I mean, not real arguing, but I'm like, no, the IRS doesn't call you. You know that they send you like a certified mail or they're going to send you a letter. Do not know what you're talking about. He got really mad at me that I was not. He got like, he went from 0 to 100 way too fast based upon the answers that I gave. I knew, but I can see like my mom falling for that.
Okay, I did not know that the IRS didn't call you.
Oh, okay.
This was in 2018. I was having a very I remember the day. I was very emotional that day. And I got this call saying that I owed the IRS money. Now, I one time was a waitress and didn't report some of my tips or something like that. So I did I did have to pay that in retrospect. And it was like awful. Like it was horrible. I'm like, oh my God, I would never do this intentionally.
Right.
So,
of course.
They call me. They tell me I owe this money. They tell me that the police are going to be at my house
Right.
waiting for me if I don't pay this money. And I'm like freaking out. I'm like, I need to call my husband. I need to like, get more answers to this. And the guy's like,
Are you feeling like this was like the tip police coming back at you again? Like this was the after that had happened. You're like, this is never fucking gonna happen to me again. I'm gonna just whip out my credit card and just end this right now.
I thought it was the same. Like I was like, I took care of that. Like, what is happening? But I also thought maybe I was going to jail that night. So, I mean, like, this is bad. Like, I was very naive. So I tell the guy, he's like asking me, then he starts asking me for my checkbook number, my bank account number.
We can take it right out of your account. No problem.
I said, no, you'll need to like send me something and I can pay the bill or pay the invoice. And he's saying like, this is urgent. This is an emergency. Anyway, I forget what I asked him, but it was something. And then it was in that moment when I was like, you dumbass, Emily, like how did you not know that this was a scam? And I got so pissed off at him. I mean, I was bawling. The guy's like, take a drink of water, Emily, breathe. Like he's like coaching me from like crying.
At some point there was like a moment of clarity that you came to.
Yes.
Do you recall what the moment of clarity was? Because I think that there are some people that are in our community that you're not prone to being scammed, but there's maybe some level of vulnerability or naivete that comes across in your conversation or communication that somebody on the other side said, all I need to do is just stay with this person long enough and they will give me the numbers, give me them digits.
I think when he asked for my bank account, like when he told me to read my bank account number, I was just like, this doesn't feel like that. I'm going to just double check this with my husband.
I've gotten every once in a while, I'll get like let's call it a fraud alert from my bank. So that the bank will call. They may send an email, but they'll call. And they'll say, I don't even know the last time this happened, but Mr. Sandler, this is such and such from Chase Bank. We have a fraud alert on your card ending in these 4 digits. We just need to confirm some information with you. I'm like,
oh no.
Okay, I'm with them. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, am I with them or is this a scam? We need to confirm your social security number before I give you information. I said to them,
like, okay, you tell it to me and I'll confirm.
I said, look, there's a lot of scams that are going on nowadays, and I'm not giving you that. If you give me your phone number, I will call you back. And then as soon as that was coming out of my mouth, I'm thinking, well, if they give me their phone number, of course they're going to give me their number. So I said, I have the phone number for Chase on the back of the card. I'm just going to call them. And I just hung up on them. And I thought, if I was just a little bit more naive, I could have just fallen completely. All you need to do is just give them a little bit of information, and that's all they need to know, and they're off and running.
When they pick up that phone, they're like, Emily? I'm like, I'm saying nothing. I can't confirm nor deny.
Right. Now everybody is everybody is very scam aware right now. But it would take somebody like my mom. My mom gets on her computer all the time because she is still an AOL email user. So she gets all the time, your computer has this virus, called this number so that we can unlock your computer. And I say, Mom, if you ever get that, do not respond to them. And generally, she will call me before she does anything. She usually gets maybe one, or every once in a while, she'll get 1 or 2 steps in, and she'll be like, no, not going to give them any more information. I'm going to get my son Doug on the phone, and then she'll call me and she'll say, this person, Mom, scam. She goes, how do you know it's a scam? I said, they're all scams.
Yeah.
If somebody
when you used to get a virus on your computer and all the windows would just like pile
on top of each other. Oh my God.
You're like, no.
Windows 95 the pile of death. It was horrible.
My dad's like an IT person, so he would just like, okay, I can fix this.
And they would kind of like overlap each other, and
yes,
all bad. Emily, do you have anything else on your list?
My last question, nope.
My last question is no. Wow, it's not a really good segue to ending from there. So how would we get out of this episode if we wanted to get? Did we talk about anybody new? We haven't really chatted about. We
didn't talk about Sally.
She's been Sally.
Waiting. Sally started this episode with us, and she's like, "Oh my God, yay! I'm going to get spoken about," and then we have completely ignored it.
All right. So from another Funkin' Fans perspective that has been invited into the fold, Emily, and I think that we met through I don't remember. I think I was on your show, you were on my show, something like that. But then I don't
Yeah.
even know why you started listening to the show. Why did you start listening to the
I
show?
just don't remember, but I
Yeah.
know I was a guest on your show first. Then I said, you need to be a guest on my show. And then you were a guest on my show. I mean, it didn't like say it like that, but, and then I don't know.
Okay, so you
The
started
rest is
listening to the
history.
show, and so as one Funkin' fan to another, maybe give some level of comfort to Sally that might be in our audience, but speak specifically to Sally.
I feel like Sally, first of all, I love that she's getting out of her comfort zone and
Love that.
like making a call. I don't
Yeah.
also know how to use my phone as a phone, Sally. So I give you major props for just
Yep.
that
Got
alone.
it. Got it.
No, I love Sally's voice. Like she is so sweet and I can hear it in her voice. And I also love that she's very detailed. So she like clearly listens thoroughly to the entire episode
Yeah.
and then provides like a very detailed voice message. Big fan.
Sally,
And she's clearly a big fan of yours.
she huge fan, huge. And so if you were to give Sally a little bit of advice when it comes to, she lives in Austin or near Austin, Texas, and Strickland lives there too. And she's mentioned a couple times that she'd want to meet with Strickland. And what would you say to that?
Be careful.
I'd say the same thing.
Just be careful.
Strickland, we love you.
Sounds
but,
like you both might be in over your head.
Maybe both a little in a little bit vulnerable moment. You never know what could happen. Look, if it was two single available people, I can see that there would be some good overlap in there. Maybe, to have some laughs and have a good time. But I don't think that either one of you are in that position right now. So I'm not sure.
Maybe just not during the full moon, like maybe just
Oh.
avoid that time.
Yeah, especially if
you're
the
a little
moon
ultra-sensitive.
moon is in Gatorade, don't do it. Okay, just
Definitely no.
Just don't do that. I wanted to, as you said something, I can't remember what reminded me of this, but last night JJ and I went to our first improv class.
Oh my God, did you love it? I want to do that so bad.
I just have to say this because of who I am and my own ego, is that of the maybe 20 people that were in the class, I was definitely the best.
Oh my God. No surprise.
I didn't want to be that guy though, so I didn't volunteer for everything. But the one thing that they had one person that they said, we need one person to go out of the room and then come into the room and be in X, Y, and Z. And then everybody else is going to give you clues so that you can guess who you are. And I'm like, okay, I want to do that. I was like I probably, every time they asked for a volunteer, I would just like, don't raise your hand.
I know.
Just
I hear
holding
you.
my
Why
hand.
is it so fun?
It is so fun. It was
We
really...
did this for girls. We get together like a bunch of us ladies locally, and we did this at like one of our ladies' nights, and it was so much fun. And then I tried to bring the game that I learned to a family party. They did not like it.
No,
they did not like it.
The difference between your family and a bunch of ladies going to improv is that you have buy-in from everybody that goes to improv. You generally are not getting buy-in from your family when you're like, I want to play a game. It's like, wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
Like,
they're like, we don't want to pretend to be a bus driver.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound fun.
No, it was great. I mean, I from the moment that we got there, and then, even towards the end when the two instructors had to pick a volunteer out of the audience to do something. Of course they picked me. I'm like, of course they're going to pick me because I'm fucking awesome at this.
It would probably be good for me because I like to be so prepared in life. And I think I even have to think through what I'm going to say before I say it and think about what I said after I said it. This would be very good for me to just get out of my head and just.
Well, you do. You absolutely. That's the best part about improv is you 100% you get out of your head and you're totally in the moment. And if you're okay with just kind of dropping into whatever you feel, it's like, that's the easiest thing. I said to them, I'm a podcaster. I interview people. I don't have any questions in front of me. I do improv every fucking day. I mean,
you do. And you do a great job.
Well, thanks. I love that. And I love being in character or not in character, even if the character is me. And as a live events guy, when I was doing bar mitzvahs, I know it was the same routine at the 2100 bar mitzvahs that I did in my career, but it was like this is the same idea as improv. It just involves music and dance moves and some other fun stuff. So who the fuck cares? Just let loose.
Do you think that as a podcast interviewer, it's better to have some questions that you've prepared or just go with what you feel? Like, honestly, the best result in an
I got
interview.
you. It depends on what your end game is. Like I can see if I was doing a news and information and topics that I needed to hit a home run with, to have some questions that showed the audience and the guest that I knew more about the topic other than just showing up and being third grade curious, then I would say, yeah, it probably is better to be prepared then. However, the Nice Guys is based upon, the Monday episodes, the interview episodes are, I want to just figure out, like, I don't want to meet with you ahead of time, not because I don't want to spend the time with anybody, but I want to ask the questions for the first time as I'm across from you. And I can get enough from the bio that you send me and looking at your website and social media content to be able to be third grade curious for 25 minutes or 30 minutes and have a great conversation. Sometimes the guests are so good, like you were one of those guests, that the relationship goes beyond just the guest seat. You can have other conversations. You can go on their show. You can have other topics of conversation. They could become a podcast, an advertiser of yours. All the thing, they could become a fucking client. Like, who's going to go to a networking meeting and say, let me just have the 10 questions that I'm going to ask the people before I get to the network? I don't want to do that. I don't like that.
Who can I ask how much it costs to sponsor the show?
I don't really know how much money you got.
Oh, well, I don't know. You were tossing up sponsorship.
If somebody's going to sponsor the show, it's going to be anywhere between $500 for a single episode to $5,000 if they want to do multiple months of sponsorship. That would be my answer. If it was Emily and saying, how much is it to sponsor the show? You don't have to pay me anything. Let's promote your show right on our podcast. I like you. Come on, it's not about the money.
Okay. I see. I just started sponsoring a interior design group because I do a lot of like copywriting for interior design.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, I think it's working out nicely. You get to post in there once a month, which I think is fair at the level that I'm at. And
what do they charge you?
It's $175 a month or $1,750 if I would have paid up front, but I wanted to try it before I
totally reasonable.
Feels worth it.
As soon as we disconnect, remind me. I was the guest on a design podcast, and I can connect you with the host of that show because she's got a major design audience.
What's her name? Nancy?
No, it is.
Okay.
I don't remember. Okay. I don't remember what her name is. I could probably look through my schedule and find it quickly, but I don't remember what her name is. Corinne. I'll find it. I'll find it.
So cool.
Emily, so good to have you on the podcast again.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
This was great. Easy conversation. You're always welcome back anytime you want. Tell Jason next week we're going to be doing a review of cocoa butter and bar soap. So.
He'll provide his glowing feedback, I'm sure.
Do you want to do the honors of getting us out of here?
Yeah, Steve O'Brien, take us out of here.
For the Nice Guys on Business, I'm Steve O'Brien. Fill up your week with the Nice Guys. Have fun storming the castle, boys. Yeah, I don't mean to pry, but the Nice Guys don't by chance happen to have 6 fingers on their right hand, do they?